Good morning, folks. It's your boy Richard. Today in this video, I am going to be talking to you guys about a completely different topic, for cars. As you guys know, that I have talked about like performance parts, and all that sort of stuff, and I've also like been doing some TikTok as well. It's just quite fun. I mean, getting like hundreds of views, and sometimes thousands. It's pretty cool. Fantastic. Um, but today, however, I'm gonna go back into car information, so that'll be good. So today, in this video, as you guys know, I talked about air filters, or air intakes, as you could call it. I think yesterday, or the day before, I can't remember, but somewhere around there I did. Today, however, we're gonna be taking it a little bit to the next level now. So today we're gonna be talking to you guys about a race car, actually. So I've not done one before in a long time, so I figured, today will be the day. So be the day to actually talk about this car. Before we start, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, comment below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads. And yeah, let's get started. So today in this video, the car I'm talking about is the Porsche 911 RSR. Now this is gonna be like a bit of a two-parter because it's gonna be like split into two parts only, like part one, which is today, and then very soon I'm gonna be finishing off with part two. But I don't know when, but at some point I will try to possibly do it if I have enough time and all that sort of stuff. And hopefully I'll get to do a little bit more YouTube before I have to go and find myself a job to work at, so I could get paid money and all that sort of stuff, But again, I don't know when, but at some point I will go and find one. It's like I got some people I got people who are finding me a job, which is quite helpful, but I would want to find one myself, but it can be a little bit difficult. I'll admit, like don't know like where to start and all that sort of stuff, but oh well. But at least I get a job, even if it's a boring one, or even if it's a good one, I will still have to work there. But sometimes you get paid less, sometimes you get paid a bit more money, but however way it works, at least you get paid. That's the important part. So today in this video, I will be talking to you guys about a race car today. The car I'm going to be talking to you guys about is the Porsche 911 RSR. So this is going to be a two-parter, actually. So part one is today, and then very soon I'm going to be finishing it off with part two. Wait, hold on. I think I said it right. Hold on. Wait, hold on. So part one is going to be today, what I'll be doing, and then after that, part two will be next. So yeah, as you can see, I cut my finger because like trying to fix on this bunch of stuff, and I almost cut myself with a blade, which was pretty dumb of what I did, but oh well, I'm okay. I'm fine. And even here, I got a huge cut right there. See this? It's a cut. Like, some people might think of this as a scar. I think of it as a scar from this distance, from where I put my finger on to the camera. Like it literally looks like a scar, but in reality, it's actually a cut. Which I was bleeding a little bit, but I was okay. At least I'm alive, though. That's important. That's the relieving part. That's the relief. But anyway, before we start, make sure you like the video, subscribe, comment below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, hit all so later when I make these new uploads. And also, I will be doing a bit more YouTube, actually, because I figured ever since I done my last video, when I decided to quit YouTube, I realized what I did was a bit how can I put this out? was a bit too heartbreaking, I would say. Yeah, heartbreaking is the one. Yeah, it's a bit too heartbreaking, doing my final video, because a lot of you guys would want me to do more YouTube. Others would want me to move on, which I would agree with those who want me to move on. I do have to move on from YouTube, but since you guys like watching my videos and all that sort of stuff, sometimes subscribing and liking, usually commenting other times, I figured, I would want to keep that reputation built up, I figured, that would be kind of great. So I figured, I'll continue doing YouTube just before I go find a job and work at, I'll still do YouTube until then. So yeah, so it's already like over 5.5 minutes, so 5.5 minutes, so yeah, so let's get a move on. So yeah, before we start, like the video, subscribe, comment below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads. And let's get started. So I'm gonna be talking. So the car I'm talking to you guys about today is the Porsche 911 RSR. Yes, I do need to shave, but I'm gonna leave it to like a couple weeks and then I'm gonna shave it off. Because usually I shave my beard off every single time. Sometimes when I shave it, I usually bleed right here, like someone punched me right in the chin, like all bleeding there sometimes. But I'm fine. In reality, I just get cut with the razor blade and all that. But I'm fine at that. So 6.5 minutes. Let's not waste time. So let's get started. So the Porsche 911 RSR is the car we're talking about. So let's get started. So the Porsche 911 RSR. The Porsche 911 RSR. I'll take this off. And I do need a haircut soon. The Porsche 911. The Porsche 911. I can't talk. The Porsche 911 RSR and its predecessor, the GT3 RSR, GT3 RS, and GT3R are a line of GT race cars produced by Porsche that are used in motorsports for endurance races. They're based on the currently highest class in GT racing worldwide, the GTE class from A.K.A. So the GTE class from A.K.A. These regulations led back to the concept of a GT3 class below the then group GT1 and GT2 from 1998. Yeah, from 1998. After the discontinuation of the GT1 class, the planned GT3 class was from 1999 at the A.K.A. as a GT class below the GTS, as well advertised by the FIA from 2000 as N-GT. After the alignment of the GT rules between FIA and A.K.A. in 2005, year I was born, this class was renamed GT2 class. When the FIA's GT2 European Championship failed and the participants in the GT1 class at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, or Le Mans, as people in France, like the French will call it, Le Mans. My French is not really that good, I'll be honest, it's a bit weak. Le Mans reduced the A.K.A. Sorry, kinda choked a little bit. The A.K.A. Renamed the GT2 class GTE in 2011. Almost like 2021 for a second. Oh my god, that was like 2 years after, 2 years before 2023. So no, it's not that. The GTE class, not the GT, the GT2 class GTE, there we go, in 2011, there we go. So it was like 12 years ago. 2011 and divided it into GTE Pro for professionals and GTE AM for amateurs. Not to be confused with the time, but like for like what skill like you are, like what skill level you got, and like are you gonna go for like rookie, amateur, or pro? So yeah, and GTE AM for amateurs. Over the years, Porsche was continuously represented in this class with different series of the 911. So different series of the 911. Next up, as you all know, is overview. There we go. So the manufacturer is Porsche. The production is from 1999 and is still in production in the present or future, I would say. Assembly is in Weissach in Germany, where they make the Weissach package for the 918 Spider, the GT3 RS, and the GT2 RS, and even the Cayman GT4 RS they even have. So in Weissach in Germany. Next up is the body and chassis. The class is a GT Endurance car, so GT Endurance. Body style is a two-door coupe or coupe. The layout is rear engine, rear-wheel drive. Powertrain for the engine, two options you can go for is a 3.8 liter naturally aspirated flat 6 or a 4 liter naturally aspirated flat 6. In addition, the Porsche 911 also served as the basis for the higher classes with the Porsche 911 GT1 and Porsche 911 GT2. Then after that came the Porsche 911 GT3. Imagine they make it 911 GT4. How cool would that even be? GT4, that would be great. If they're gonna make it. But I don't know. I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying if they would make a GT4 and 911, that would be brilliant. Even a GT4 RS 911. GT4 RS 911. That would be kind of cool. It'd be kind of interesting, to find out. So with the Porsche 911 GT2, 911 GT1 and then the Porsche 911 GT2. There we go. Since 2006, Porsche has been represented in the newly formed GT3 class with the Porsche 911 GT3R, which in contrast to the factory sport of the GTE class is geared towards customer racing and is based on the one-make cup vehicle of both the Carrera and Super Cup. The motorsports cars are built together with all other motorsport cars from Porsche in the manufactory of the motorsports center in Weissach in Germany. Next up, we got the Porsche 996 GT3R, RS, and RSR. Based on the Porsche 996 GT3, the racing version known as the 996 GT3R was created in 1999. The 996 GT3R made its debut at the 1999 24 Hours of Le Mans. The Manthey Racing and Champion Racing teams fielded the new race car as unofficial representatives of the plant. The Manthey Porsche of U. Alzen. His first name is spelled it's U-W-E, and then Alzen, which is spelled A-L-Z-E-N. Then we got Patrick Huisman, I think. His last name is spelled H-U-I-S-M-A-N. And Luca Riccitelli. Or Riccitelli. It's spelled R-I-C-C-I-T-E-L-L-I. So first name for Luca. Won the class ahead of the championship Porsche of Dirk Mueller. I think that's how I said it, right? Or Mueller? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's spelled M-U-L-L-E-R. For the U, it's got the two dots on the top. So Dirk Mueller, I think. I don't know. Bob Wallach and Bernd Maylander. It's got the two dots on the top of the A between the L and the N. So we got Derek, Bob, and Bernd, and we got Dirk Mueller, I think, Bob Wallach, and Bernd Maylander. God, it's tricky to know those names. The 996 GT3R then took part in the American Le Mans series, and from 1999 to 2001, where the first Fast and Furious movie was released from 2001, was also able to achieve almost all class wins in the small GT racing car class. In the 2000 FIA GT Championship, the 996 GT3R was the dominant car in the new N-GT class and won every run. In the same year, the factory-supported Phoenix Racing won the 24-hour race at the Nürburgring Nordschleife. In 2001, the modified version, now called the 996 GT3 RS, was used. The car was not only very successful in its class, but it's also achieved overall victories. Now we got like a couple of drivers here. We got Georg Bergmeister, born February 13th, 1976 in Leverkusen in Germany, and he's a former racing driver and ambassador of Porsche. And Timo Bernhard, born February 24th, 1981. That was when that was when Bergmeister was around, if I did the math on that, around 5 years old. He was 5 when Timo was born. Timo was born 24th February 1981 in Homburg in Germany, and he's a former driver. Prevailed against the much more powerful prototypes in the 2003 24-hour race in Daytona. In 2003, Stefan, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Stefan. It's spelled Stephanne. It's got a little dash on top of the E between the T and the P. Ortelli, born March 30th, 1970 in Hyères. I can't pronounce it. It's a French word. I'll just spell it. It's spelled Hyères. It's got a little dash on the top of the E between the Y and the R. Var, France. A Monegasque? I think I can't pronounce it. It's spelled M-O-N-E. It's spelled M-O-N-E-G-A-S-Q-U-E. It's got a little strike or asterisk. I don't even know how it is, but it's got a little dash on the top between the N and the G. Pro racing driver with 3 world championship titles. And we got Mark Lieb, which is spelled L-I-E-B. I think I said it right. Born 4th of July. That's when the fireworks seasons start in America. I'm not sure when they start in Germany or around Europe. I got no idea. But he was born on the 4th of July, 1980, in Stuttgart, in Germany. Stuttgart in Germany. And he's a former German Porsche factory motorsport. Porsche. He's a former German Porsche factory motor racing driver. And we got Romain Dumas, born December 14th, 1977. That was the day of my birthday, but I was born much earlier than that. I'm talking 28 years earlier, around 30 years earlier than Romain. He was born in 1977. I was born in 2005. So the start of the mid-2000s, like the end of the mid-2000s, I was born. So Romain Dumas, born 14th of December, 1977, in Alès, I think. It's spelled A-L-E-S, and it's got a little dash on the top of the E between the L and the S. So it's spelled A-L-E-S in France, and he's a French racing driver for SCG, which stands for Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus in the World Endurance Championship. Won the Spa-Francorchamps in the Belgium 24-hour race for the first time in the history of the FIA GT Championship in an NGT vehicle. The successor model, the 996 GT3 RSR, which can be recognized by its teardrop-shaped headlights, made its debut in 2004. The engine output rose from 309 kilowatts, 420 PS, 415 horsepower, to 339 kilowatts, 461 PS, 455 horsepower. So it's an extra 30 kilowatts more. So an extra 30 kilowatts, 41 PS, 40 horsepower more than what its previous output had. If I had to take one of those 415 or 455 horsepower, I'd take the one with 455 horsepower. So yeah, that'll be good. 455 horsepower. In addition, the car receives a sequential 6-speed gearbox. So it's good with a sequential 6-speed gearbox. So it's brilliant. By 2006, the racing versions of the Porsche 996 GT3 had achieved 7 class wins in the 24 hours of Le Mans, as well as 5 class wins and 1 overall victory in the Spa 24 hours race. So add all those numbers up. 7 at 5 is 12 at 1 is 13 overall victories in the Spa 24 hours. Almost 200 race cars of this type were produced. I'll be back. Alright guys, I figured I'm gonna take a break right now. I'm gonna go right now. So for part 2 is gonna be the Porsche 997 GT3 RSR, and then I'll continue on doing more of that, and then we'll see what we can do for the next video. For part 2 is going to be the Porsche 997 GT3 RSR. So I'm going to go now. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So like the video, subscribe, comment below what you guys think, hit the notification bell. You can also be alerted when I make new uploads. Alright, so I gotta go. I'll see you guys soon. Until then, stay safe. Have a great day. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye bye.